Hello, my name is Chelsea. We're just going to get into some sun salutations. I'm going to break down a couple of variations. So check this out. It's a really short video. Take what works for you, leave what doesn't. Peace. So we're going to start standing, and we're going to begin just by grounding. So what I mean by grounding is finding the stability in your body, using the energy of the ground, of the earth, letting it flow upwards, stacking your joints, your limbs. You can bring your hands down to your sides. This is Samastiti, equal on all sides standing pose. We're going to take this into a basic half sun salutation. Start by grounding your feet into the floor, all four corners of your 2 feet. Lengthen up towards the ceiling, crown of the head pulls up towards the ceiling, relax your shoulders. Take a moment here, you can close your eyes down if you like. Notice how you feel in your body right now without judgment. Find a bit of gratitude. Your next inhale, take your arms up over your head, maybe even press your palms together. Some of you are going to keep your arms apart and spin your pinkies into each other like this. Draw your biceps close to your ears. Lengthen up towards the ceiling, but try to relax your shoulders down. Take an inhale breath here. On your exhale, forward fold, bring your hands to heart center. And try to kind of notice that transition in the forward fold. Notice how you feel. Notice the sensations in the spine. We're going to take a little warm up here. Separate your feet, like hips width distance or even wider. Let your knees bend. I'm going to turn so you can see. So I have my feet separated, my knees are bent, they're soft. I can let my stomach come down over my thighs and just kind of take some free movement here. You can take big open arm twists. You can reach for opposite elbows and sway from side to side. Or you could interlace your fingers behind your low back and let that one fist fall over the crown of the head. Let your arms go. Walk your feet back together. Your next inhale is a half lift. Bring your hands to your shins or thighs, crown of the head forward. We're looking for a tabletop-like spine. A lot of us will round here through the mid-back. Try to send your heart forward, your tailbone back, and even look forward so you have a nice long spine all the way through your neck. Take an inhale breath here. On your exhale, crouch and curl. Fold forward, bring your hands to the floor, bend your knees, sit your hips down over your heels, and then bring your forehead down to your knees. You might feel a stretch from the base of the neck down to the base of the spine. If you'd like to, you can play with balance here. You can wrap one arm around your 2 legs, maybe 2 arms around your 2 legs. Make yourself a tight, make yourself a tight, tiny little ball here. Totally optional with that balance. It's not working for me today. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale brings you back up to standing. Take your time. This first time, we're going to take a really slow path back to standing. Push your heart up towards the ceiling. Let your head be heavy. Your limbs are heavy as you slowly stack your joints. Knees over ankles, hips over knees. Shoulders over hips. Draw your navel in towards your spine and up towards your heart. Inhale, take both arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Next inhale, reset the spine again. And this time we're going to take a modified chaturanga. So from here, bring your hands to the floor, bend your knees, lower your knees all the way down. Be gentle with yourself. Pause here in tabletop. From tabletop, listen, I want you to bend your elbows back. Squeeze them into your ribs, lower your chest and chin down to the floor. Keep your hips lifted. Pause here, feel that compression in the spine. Your next exhale, bring your hips down, snake your legs long behind you. Make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders and your elbows are lifted away from the mat. From here, kick down, lift up. Wrap your elbows back, wrap your shoulders back, squeeze your scapula behind you, kick down, lift, kick, lift. Lift your ribs up off the mat and look up towards the ceiling. On your next exhale, press into the mat. Find your tabletop. Then tuck your toes. Lift your hips for downward facing dog. Pause here and breathe. Let your head be heavy. And from here, send your eyes forward. And then walk your feet forward. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale brings you right back up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. Okay, so we did a half sun salutation and a sun salutation with a modified chaturanga. And next we're going to go into sun salutation with a full chaturanga. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Inhale like a half lift, crown of the head forward, tailbone back. This time, exhale, high plank pose. Spread your fingers wide as you stack your shoulders over your wrists. One long line from your head to your hips to your heels. Try to puff up in that space between your two shoulder blades. Take a breath in here. Shift forward. Exhale, bend your elbows back. Lower your body halfway to the floor or all the way down. On your inhale, straighten your arms, lift your chest. Then try to engage your legs away from the mat. So if you went all the way down, then you're going to press into the mat, lift your legs up a little bit, engage your knees so the kneecaps lift, and then tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, eyes forward. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, arms down. Okay, so now we're going to go through that breath to posture. I'm going to practice the half sun salutation, the sun salutation with a modified chaturanga, and then a sun salutation with a full chaturanga. And hopefully you kind of get the differences between the three so that you can integrate it into your practice, whether you're in the studio or whether you're at home. Whatever you need might change throughout the day, throughout your practice. You might just want to do a crouch and curl the first time. You might build through to the traditional chaturanga. Modified is my favorite because it's a little bit more mindful. It's a little bit less intense on the arms, but you're still building arm strength. So let's get it. Starting with Samasthiti, hands forward, palms forward, equal on all sides standing pose. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, arms down. Modified chaturanga. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, tabletop. Pause here. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, chest and chin to the floor. Hips to the floor. Inhale, lift your ribs, look up. And return back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Send your eyes forward. Step, hop, or leap forward. Inhale brings you back to standing, arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, arms down. Really nice. Take a beat, take a breath here. And we'll practice the traditional chaturanga next. Inhale, take arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale's half lift, crown of the head forward, tailbone back. Exhale, high plank pose. Hands to the floor. Shift forward on your inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows down. Hover off the floor if you can. Inhale, straighten your arms, untuck your toes. Lift your heart. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, eyes forward. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Step, hop, leap, levitate, teleport. Inhale brings you back up to standing. Draw your navel towards your spine. Exhale, arms down. Take your hands to heart center. Feel the calm equanimity in the body. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Thank you so much for joining me today. That was a breakdown of 3 different sun salutations. My name is Chelsea. I will be uploading weekly yoga videos with some tips and some flows. Keep an eye out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.